It's tempo time. Hi everyone, welcome to Running Shoes Guru. I'm Brandon, and today we're looking at a very special shoe, the Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next Percent. This is one of the most highly anticipated shoes of the year, and the launch date was delayed numerous times, which has only increased anticipation for the shoe. Nike says that the Tempo Next Percent is the training companion to the Alphafly Next Percent. It's a daily trainer with higher durability and slightly more impact protection than the Alphafly Next Percent. Nike also says that the Tempo Next Percent is the replacement for the brilliant Pegasus Turbo 2, which was one of my favorite trainers from last year. The Tempo has a higher price tag and a heftier weight. I'm super excited for this shoe. I've run about 15 kilometers in them so far, and I'm really excited to tell you about how they've performed. It weighs about 252 grams for a standard med size. When compared to the other training companions, it's heavier than the Endorphin Speed, but lighter than the Fuel Cell TC, and about the same weight as the Zoom Fly 3. In the midsole, you have Nike's premium Superfoam Zoom X, as well as React in the heel and midfoot for extra durability and stability. The stars of the show, though, are the explosive Zoom Air units in the forefoot. There is also a composite plate in the shoe, which you can see it's this lime green part above the Zoom Air unit. The upper is a Flyknit booty construction made from a light and breathable Flyknit. The only overlay is on the toe box, and there are soft internal cage reinforcements on the midfoot. On the outsole, there's a thick layer of rubber covering the entire forefoot and 2 thick strips of rubber on the rear foot. The price is expected to be a whopping $200 in the US, which is on par with the New Balance Fuel Cell TC, and it's one of the most expensive daily trainers you can buy. So that's everything Nike has put into the Tempo Next Percent. How do they perform? Let's start with fit. This is the most comfortable Nike upper of recent years. It has a spacious forefoot with excellent heel and midfoot lockdown. Heel collar does come up a bit high, so I had to wear longer socks to avoid chafing. I went for a 15-kilometer run, with the majority of it being an easy pace, about 5 minutes 50 per kilometer for me. I also threw in some faster marathon and 10K pace kilometers in, which is about 5 minutes per kilometer. At easy and even marathon pace, the ride of the Tempo Next Percent felt a bit harsh. It rides a lot firmer than it looks, and there isn't much sink-in cushioning. It's quite firm for a daily trainer. It rides firmer than the Pegasus, Clifton, Ghost and Cumulus, but it has a much more unique ride. The Tempo Next Percent really shone at tempo paces. The incredibly responsive forefoot rewards you with explosive rebound when striking hard on the forefoot. Compared to the Pegasus Turbo 2, the Tempo Next Percent is much firmer, but it also has a lot more cushioning depth. I found that the Pegasus Turbo 2 bottomed out after about 15 kilometers. The Tempo Next Percent has a wide forefoot and midfoot, and it doesn't have a prominent arch like the Zoom Fly 3 has. It's also softer and more responsive than the Zoom Fly 3. Compared to the Pegasus 37, the Tempo Next Percent doesn't have the long distance comfort that the Pegasus 37 has. The Tempo Next Percent feels better on shorter, faster runs, whereas the Pegasus 37 is better for longer runs. The Tempo Next Percent rides much firmer than the Fuel Cell TC, so stability is better, but I still had to slow down when cornering due to the massive stack heights. So let's wrap up my first impressions of the Tempo Next Percent. It has a really great upper with comfortable lockdown. It has a grippy outsole and a super responsive yet firm riding midsole better suited to faster paced efforts. I see myself using the Tempo Next Percent for tempo workouts between 10 and 20 kilometers. It's a really fun ride, but it feels a bit harsh at slower paces. They kind of remind me of a sports car with tight suspension. The ride can feel a bit harsh, but it rewards you with speed. We'll be back with our full review. Make sure you like, comment, and ask us any questions that you might have about the Tempo Next Percent. Thanks for watching.